Building muscle reduces body fat. Period. Hard end stop. But there's a lot of contradictory information out there about how to build muscle efficiently because there's so much crap in social media. In the next few minutes, I'm going to debunk 3 of what I feel like are the worst muscle building myths so that you know exactly what to do when you're in the gym. Because I know you don't want to waste time in the gym 4 hours each week, more than 4 hours, 4 hours, and you want to be as efficient and effective as possible when you're in there. That's why I created a muscle building guide that I think is going to help you be efficient and effective and give you all the tools you need to build muscle and burn fat. If you want it, just type in busted below and I'll send it over to you in a DM. No other opt-ins necessary, just my gift for listening to me today and maybe even liking and subscribing to me. My name is Brant Bermudez, and for those of you who don't know me, I'm an expert in helping frustrated moms and dads build muscle effectively, efficiently, and even in a way that's fun so that they can get the body they want and achieve the results they're looking for. Now let's get into those muscle building myths so that I can bust those for you and I can give you the tools you need to build your muscle, get the body you want, and be happy with who you are. Myth number 1 we're going to bust is that lifting heavy weights will make you bulky and masculine. Well, if you're a woman, you don't want to be bulky and masculine. But I'm sorry to tell you, in order to get that, you have to put in months, if not years, and lots of hours in the gym, along with doing the right things in the kitchen to really get bulky and muscular. Now you're probably saying, I've seen people in the gym and they look thick and masculine. Well, if you look thick and masculine and you're a woman, it's probably because, and this is the harsh truth, you just have too much body fat on top of the muscle you're trying to build. And if that body fat is in and around the muscles and on top of it, then you're just not going to be able to see the muscle underneath it. You're going to look blocky and thick, and you're going to have logs for limbs, essentially. What you can't see is the toned abs, the toned glutes, and the nice defined arms because all that body fat's in the way. If you truly want to reveal the muscle, then you have to lose the body fat. And once you get down to a certain body fat percentage, the logs will become these nice toned arms and legs, and you'll start to even get close to seeing abs if you get to certain body fat percentages. Now, if you really want to know what this looks like, then go to my website and look up the blog that's the 10 worst muscle building myths and mistakes. Part 1, I have some pictures in there of what women look like at different body fat percentages so you can really see what you have to get down to really look the way you want to look, to see what your goal might be, and to see how much hard work, doing the right things it's going to take to get to that point. The second myth we're going to bust here is that you have to do more cardio to get a better body. Now that's just wrong, but I'm sure you all have these friends that spend an hour and a half or 2 hours a day doing cardio, endlessly staring at the wall while they're doing the elliptical machine or the treadmill or some weird other machine that's cardio work. But I'm going to burst that bubble by saying they're not really losing body weight. Yes, they may weigh less, but all they're doing is losing lean mass, lean tissue, what we call muscle. And unless they're really working hard at maintaining the muscle, they're just going to have trouble keeping any muscle on their body. So they're going to get into that kind of skinny fat mode. And this really happens for 2 reasons. The first one being that there's just there's too much fatigue to really work hard enough with resistance training to build muscle. And the second reason is really hormonal, is that the cell signaling is going to get disrupted by all the cardiovascular work, and you're not going to be able to put on muscle. I mean, this is your typical hard gainer type of person that just feels like they can't put on muscle no matter what they do because they're doing way too much cardiovascular work and their body just can't build the muscle. Now, the truth is, cardio work can be really helpful for losing body fat. And if you want to maintain or even build muscle while you do that, you only need about 60 to 90 minutes a week. Maybe 120 if it's a little lower intensity of cardiovascular work. Other than that, dedicate your time in the gym, which only needs to be 3 or 4 hours a week. On top of that is just doing resistance training, doing a whole body program, stimulating that muscle through resistance training and progressive resistance. And that's the truth. Myth number 3 is that lifting more weights is not that important when it comes to building muscle. The body follows basic principles, and lifting weights or trying to put on muscle is definitely guided by those principles. The principle specifically is called the SAID principle, so specific adaptations to imposed demands. And what this means is that the body will adapt to whatever challenge or stress you're doing or putting it under, and its job is to try to get back to the point where that feels normal and natural. So at that point, it's not going to have to adapt and change. So the truth behind this myth is that unless you are progressively overloading the muscle or doing things that are going to continually challenge the muscle, then you're going to basically stall out. You're not going to gain more muscle. And at some point, you're probably even just going to barely maintain what you have and lose strength. And I know we've all seen these people in the gym. They're doing the same thing for months and years. They don't look any different. Maybe you're one of those people and that's why you're watching this video. But I'm here to tell you that until you follow a structured program that includes progressive resistance, usually with weights, but there can be some other means to do that as well, then you're not going to do the things necessary to build the muscle and progressively grow muscle, which is going to lead to easily losing weight, losing body fat, but maintaining muscle, looking better as you get that lower body fat percentage. Because I know this is such a struggle for people too, I spent a bunch of time putting together this guide on how to build muscle, how to do it efficiently and effectively. So if you want that guide, just drop a line below. Why don't you just type in muscle, and I'll send that over to you in a DM. No other questions. And I'll just follow up with you and see if it was helpful for you and see if this content is valuable to you. Maybe there's some other ways I can help you too. Well, I really appreciate you listening. So have a great day and get out there and build some muscle.